How's everybody doing? I just ended the other one. Time to start another one. I did my talk that I wanted to talk about. Now I'm going to do some news. Munch is here. We'll do a Munch tricky in a little bit. But first, I'm already high from the last video from just a couple minutes ago. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do the Munch trick. All right. Come here. Sit. Oops. No, you do not get to eat it off the floor. Come here. Sit. Don't move. Once again, Munch tricks. Wait until I say. I hope everybody out there had a good day. I think I said this in the last video just a couple minutes ago, but I hope everything went your way. All right, Munch. Good boy. All right. Munch tricks. All right. Where did I set my news? There's my news. There's my bike. Oh. Struggle gains momentum. Munch, stay down. And just so you know, those are my pizza crust from earlier. He is a spoiled dog. Fine, you're gonna get up here anyway. Fucking get up here. The other day, an Antifa protester was coming out of a place to make cider, kind of a pub cider place, like a microbrew making hard cider. And he was hit by somebody driving a vehicle, and then the Antifa protester was killed. Later, there are reports that if you're not going to come up here, I'm going to move to the middle. That the person who hit the Antifa member, it was an attack, a planned attack, and there was some shooting. There was bullet holes in this vehicle that hit the Antifa member that died, and the person who was driving the vehicle fled the scene. Now, the person, I don't know who did it, the persons or persons responsible for it need to be brought to justice, even if it was an accident. And even though I hate Antifa and the things that they do, it doesn't matter. You don't do a hit and run on somebody. It's a crime. No matter how bad Antifa is, no one is deserved to be hit by a vehicle and escape the law for it. They need to be brought to justice. But if it was a planned attack, the escalation is, for the social civil war I've been talking about, is growing, and I don't like it. It's scary. If it's not stopped, it will grow with amazing speed. We need to figure out what's going on. Now, that was one day. Then the next day, and this is after there's been no proof found. We don't know who did it, what happened, why they did it. They don't know if it was an accident, if it was a planned attack. No proof, no evidence of anything. Antifa, in response, vandalizes a Democratic Party headquarters just around the corner in Portland as a planned attack in response to the Antifa protester that was killed in a hit and run. And it actually, even though there's a bunch of weird circumstances that make it look like it could have been a planned attack, it turns out that there's more and more evidence that make it look like it's an accident. And that they may have been getting shot at and fleeing from getting shot at. And then after they crashed their vehicle, they may have fled some more because they were getting shot at. Now, I've said that you don't flee the scene of a crime, but there's got to be a little bit of leeway if you're getting shot at, right? I don't know. Anyway, the Antifa member was killed in the hit and run. It's looking more and more like it could be just an accident. Goddamn cigarette went on. All right. Munch, come on. I got Munch in my lap. I don't know if you can see it here. Well, you can see now. Now he's definitely in my lap. All right. Lots of things seem to have converged to make this happen. But the facts are the Antifa member was hit and killed. The vehicle had bullet holes in it. Antifa attacked the Dems because they think that the Dems were responsible for the attack against them with no proof whatsoever. Antifa destroyed the Dems party headquarters with no proof at all, no evidence. Why? Well, I'm beginning to think that it has nothing to do with politics with Antifa. I think they just like violence, to be honest. Doesn't matter who it's against. You, me, Dems, Libs, Republicans, I don't think it matters. They just like violence. And if this is the case, that's scary all in its own right. I mean, damn. They don't need a reason. They don't need a common enemy or anything. They just like violence? I don't know. Getting weird. Been weird. Yeah, I'm even biased, so do a search for it and see what you think. But that's what I think. I think it's probably an accident. I think Antifa just likes violence. A journalist, Tim Pool, was talking about how dangerous some of the places were that he visited. Listening to him describe the dangers, it brought back memories of me trying to score pot back in the late 70s, early 80s. Often there was somebody with a gun, and there was a real chance you could get robbed, or worse. There were sketchy car rides taken with people you didn't know, going places you had never been, to pick up 10 to 20 bucks worth of green leafy substance that you could smoke. Kids today will never understand or believe the struggle, but shit like that was happening a lot. It happened all the time. You risked your life to buy pot. Kids today get hurt by words and worry about that. I almost died getting pot back in the 70s and 80s. Some never Trumpers are swinging over to possibly be Trumpers. Why? Well, a lot of them are deciding, never mind, he's fine. Because in 3 years, he has shown that even if you dislike him, if you hate him, if you're honest, and you can't deny that he is doing the job, and perhaps they were never Trumpers because of the fake news and all the overtime shows that were pushing from the media that Trump is a piece of shit. Maybe they were never Trumpers because of the media. Well, because the Dems are being so fucking crazy, some of the moderate Dems are moving to be Trump supporters. And this is where the Dems have pushed us. We can all see the bias in the news, at least if you got a brain, you can. There is a clever, attractive, physically healthy woman that is fighting for the right to die. At 23, because she is plagued by mental health problems and crippling shyness, this millennial is so fragile, she is begging the government for death, literally. girl, this is one of the stories she cited. The girl invited friends over for a sleepover. When they didn't want to come over, the mental anguish was too much, and I wanted to die. Her awkwardness is too much to bear. This is from a self-entitled snowflake that can't handle life. Why? Because the parents failed. I 100% blame the parents for raising a snowflake. My kids, not snowflakes. As a matter of fact, they wonder what the fuck's wrong with the kids their own age. You know why? Because my kids have been taught that all this bullshit is just bullshit. And if you want to learn the truth, you dig for it. And don't believe mainstream media. Plus, they're smart enough to understand when I explain to them that climate change is a natural thing that happens. They get it. Not her, though. So much of her life is so bad that she can't stand it. She wants to end her life. And I blame the parents for raising this soft, weak child that needs a safe space. And then when she can't get it, she wants to die. Life is rough. Life is savage. If you can't get over some of these things, your parents failed raising you. They raised you as a weak, soft, fucking... I know what kind of shit I'm going to get for this video. I don't care. You're fucking weak, soft losers, all right? Pull up your pants. Be a man. Grow some balls. Be a woman. Do what you got to do. Quit acting like a fucking child. Rashida Tlaib, a Democrat, she just keeps pushing it, going too far. First, she wanted to arrest William Barr. Now, she get back. I have the goddamn. Now she's backing Beto. Backing Beto with what, you ask? Well, Beto seems to think we should remove the tax exemption on churches if they put up with or do anything, have anything to do with same-sex marriages. In other words, if you're a church and you're okay with gay people getting married, they want to remove your tax status. Fuck Beto. What a piece of shit. Now, Rashida Tlaib, she backs it. She's like, yes, that's what I want. Hey, Peter, what's up, bro? Beto even said he would tear down the wall on the border. He wants open borders. Jesus Christ, he's a fucking ignorant, crazy piece of shit. But yeah, they want to punish churches because they marry gays and put up with gays, and because of that, they should remove their tax status. Fuck Rashida Tlaib. Fuck Beto. But know that many are fake, and due diligence is required to find violence from the right and against the left. Bias on the mainstream is now palpable. Fact check everything. Here's why. ABC caught red-handed pushing fake news. What? News about what? News about a North Syrian attack, and it turned out to be a shooting range. That's right. ABC published a video that said it was an attack on Syria and that we are to blame for it. And turns out it was a shooting range putting on a display with a bunch of guns. Yeah. Go mainstream news. If you want to look it up, it's a shooting display from Knob Creek, USA. Oh my God, more divisiveness. Hollywood says Orange Man bad, China good. Greed will be the downfall. Everything hinges on clicks, shares, and money that can be made. Greed, not truth or honesty, pushes the news. What? What's this about? Let's just say that there's something in a DreamWorks movie that shows China to have a bunch of fucking territory in the southern China Sea. Even though it's, Vietnamese land. Whatever. You can look it up if you want. That's all I'm going to say about it. Target employees are shocked. Shocked, I say. The Target cuts hours after adopting the $15 an hour minimum wage. What? Really? You mean because they're forced to pay more money per hour, they can't, give you as many hours? What? You didn't see this coming, really? Oh, you poor ignorant fucks. You really thought that they'd just pay you more money and keep your hours and everything? What do you think? Money's endless? They got a fucking money bin. They just pull money out whenever they fucking need to? You fucking idiots. It's finite. You know what finite means? It means it won't last forever. There's only so much of it. Okay? If you only have a certain amount of money that you can pay employees, and you figured out how to pay employees, like $12 an hour, and all of a sudden now you got to pay each employee $3 more an hour. Oh, you might say, well, that's not much in a 40-hour week. That's only what, $120? Yeah, well, $120 times, 100,000 employees, you stupid fuckers. They can't afford it. They only have so much money. People didn't see this coming. Really? I saw it coming immediately. I was like, this isn't going to work. I told my daughter talked to her boss. They worked something out. She has the hours she needs. She's making the money she needs. A lot of people who didn't do this or don't have the opportunity to, they're just going to get hours cut. Actually, I don't know what kind of deal my daughter worked out, so don't hold me to that. She might be working less hours for all I know. But it doesn't matter. My point is that I saw this coming. I told those listened, they understood, they talked to their bosses, they figured something out. Probably less hours. That's the only thing I can see. But it's like people didn't see it coming. They're like, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have money. No, you stupid fucks. They can only pay you so much. All right? And if they have to pay you so much per hour, that means you're not getting as many hours. Yeah. Peter Breeze says, go from England. I agree. Snowflakes don't make themselves. They don't. I totally blame the parents. Society sure doesn't help pushing the fucking snowflake agenda. Give everybody a trophy just for fucking participating. No. I remember when you got a trophy when you won. Let's take another hit. Let me see. Do I got any more news to go through here? Nope, that was it. All right. I'm high. High as giraffe pussy. I hope you got high. Let's take another hit just for shits and giggles. Always remember, you got to be 21 in the state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not 21 in the state where it's legal, just don't do it. And don't listen to me or anybody else for that fact. If I say something that intrigues you, look it up yourself. Find out what the truth is. I put bias on everything I say. Everybody else does. Even though they don't want to admit it and they say they are really unbiased news, they're lying. Everybody's biased. So check things out for yourself. Don't be stupid. Let's be Let's be smart stoners. All right? You can't love everybody, but I love you fuckers. Let's try not to hate. That's an easier thing to shoot. Boy, I'm really high. I hope you're high too. Anyway, peace. I love you fuckers. Stay high, bitches.